demo for authentication of tab bar based application with Authguard. So first let me just create the new application from terminal, that is new. I have to open new window in Visual Studio Code. Then the Ionic command will always start from the Ionic. So Ionic start demo. I am using the tabs based layout. So it will create the tabs layout. First it will install all the node modules. It will take some time to build the node modules. After successfully install the node modules, it will create our application. All the bundles related to node modules now installed. So now successfully created the application of demo. So I have to just open that particular application. So I'm just finding that application from my users. There will be the demo application. I am just moving that into the desktop, and I'm just opening that particular demo application folder from my desktop. So this is the recently created the application of demo. So this is the structure of that particular application. E2E means it's end-to-end testing. Whatever the testing related to unit testing we are doing, it will goes here. The node modules that are installed by default whenever we are creating the application. And this is the source file. Source file in which there are all the pages or the components, service providers, our theme, environment, all that things will be contained into the source folder. And this is the git ignore file. When we are just using the git for the upload or the pull push related the commit or that type of thing, we will use the git ignore file to basic like the node modules or platforms and something like that will be not goes into the git. All other things will be installed. So whenever other user downloading our cloning our application, they will get the package.json file. It is our main file to install the our node module. So they whenever they just successfully clone the application, after that they have to only install the npm I command, npm install, and all the node modules related to our packet.json file will be installed here, and they can successfully run the application. Now I'm just moving into the app, and there will be this is the app routing module. This is the first router of our application. It's a main routing file. We have created the tab based application, so by default the children will be the tab bar with the path of blank, means whenever we are running the application it will goes to here. This is the tabs routing file. By default there will be 3 tabs: tab 1, tab 2 and tab 3, and by default the tab 1 will be open. So this is his HTML file. If we want to change the name of that particular tab or the icon of that particular thing, then we can just change from here. It will easily handle. Now I'm just typing Ionic serve command. Whenever I'm typing this command, it will go run into the browser with the port number 8100. If we want to change that particular port, then we have to just write Ionic serve -- port equal to something another number. So it will run into a default browser, the Safari or the Google Chrome or something like that, to run our application with the tab-based layout. So it is just opening, and this is the URL localhost 8100 over port and tabs and the tab 1. This is the tab 1 page. This is tab 2 and this is tab 3. So now if we want to run our application into the mobile, then we have to write this command Ionic Cordova run iOS. If you want to run in Android, then we have to write Ionic Cordova run Android. Live reload means whatever the changes we are doing, we don't have to quit our application. We have to just save that particular page and it will be live reload, means we will get the changes by default. And emulator means our simulator of the particular system, and the target will be the iPad Air. If you want to change the name, like if you want to run into the iPhone 7 or iPhone X, then we have to just write like this. And no native run means we don't want, this is a cross platform, so there will be no need of native run. And this is console logs, means whatever the logs we are typing into our pages, it will be logs here into the terminal. So I am just entering this command. So after successfully done, it will ask for the resources will be created here. This is resources folder. The icon will be 1024 into 1024 size, and splash will be the 2732 by 2732. And they are installing the latest Cordova iOS version will be the 5.0.1. So they will install the iOS platform into this platform. See, this is the iOS platform. If we want to give bill to our clients, so we have to just take this iOS platform and we have to open that platform workspace file into our Xcode. So this is the Xcode, and we have to run that particular certificate and profile, and we have to make the bill, otherwise it will not work. Now they are just installing the plugins, the default plugins, like the device, the status bar, whitelist, splash screen, that all are the default plugin. They will just install into this particular platform. Also they will just create the config.xml file here. See, this is the main file of our Ionic application. They will our main bundle identifier will be right now io.ionic.starter, and version will be 0.0.1, and this is basic command. And the resources they have created, the path of that particular resources will be goes here. This is Android platform resources and icon, and this is the platform iOS, the splash and icon. And other thing is, see, this is the default all plugins will be goes here. So they will install that particular thing, and after install all that thing, they will run our application into the target iPhone 7 with the macOS 12.4. So let's just wait. It will take some time to convert all that thing into our native language like Swift or Objective-C for the iOS. They are just converting all the file Cordova view controller resources, converting to the PCH file and something like that. They will move over all the icon and places into our image.asset file, and then after all that thing done, the build will be succeeded and they launch our iPhone 7 simulator. It will run into the landscape mode or into the portrait mode as well. so we don't have to worry about our portrait or landscape type of application. It will run into the all the what we can say in the portrait mode as well as landscape mode as well as into the web browser. So we are launching the iPhone 7 with the 12.4. After successfully start the simulator, they will launch our particular application. By default, the tabs page layout will be open. This is our phone. They have just launching. This is our main splash screen. If we want to remove that particular spinner, we can just remove that spinner from config.xml file. So this is the screen, the tab 1, tab 2 and tab 3. So only this page we have created, so that thing will be here. So into the landscape mode they will run as well. There will be no sketches or something like that. They will be run automatically. So this is it. Now I'm just moving on to the next. Means I want to just create the login page before accessing the tab bar page. So I am preventing user to access my tab bar page without login. So if we successfully login into it and we are getting the authorization token, then and then user can access that particular this tab bar page. So I am just creating the login page. There will be command of Ionic, G means generate, and we want to open the page, generate the page. So there will be page and the name will be the login. So it will generate the login page, and also into our main routing file, whenever we are just creating the pages, it will create his route with the path of the particular whatever the name of page we have given. The path will be the same, and there will be the login module. There will be children of login page module. So they will create the login folder into by default our F folder with this name login module. So this is the main our login page. Now they have created the path into the routing file, but the by default the tab bar will be open. So first we want to set up the login page, and if we got the authorization token, then and then user can access the tab bar page. So for that we have to just create the particular core module. So I am just creating the core module. Ionic, G means standard, module means M, and the name will be the core. So core module will be generate, and there will be the like Authguard or the toast service or particular loader service, any database service. The all that things will be goes here. So we don't have to our user will not have to some tough work. They will be easier for them to identify what are the main basic service. So this is the core module. Now as Nirali suggests, there will be AuthGuard thing available in Ionic 4 with the Angular 7. So I am just adding the Ionic G guard for the auth, and there will be name of the auth. So it will create the guard auth. If we want to create that guard into the core module, then we have to just given the path of that AuthGuard. I'm just removing that particular thing and adding one more time with that particular syntax. So it will generate the guard into the core module. So this is it. The AuthGuards pack will be the for the unit testing purpose. There is no need of right now, and this is the AuthGuard file. So as Nirali suggested that we have to import the can activate method. So this is the can activate method. With the we have to install the can activate, and it will always return the boolean like boolean or the observable boolean, observable boolean, or it will return the promise with the boolean. So for the promise we have to return promise. So return, I'm just creating the object of the promise. Promise, there will be resolve. I'm just giving the name resolve, and I'm just creating the arrow function resolve. There will be return resolve with the true or false. Now, so this is our can activate method. Now, if we successfully log in and if we got the token of that thing, then we have to move to the tapper page. So first that I need that particular constructor file for this. So the token will be stored into our Ionic storage, or we can say the local storage. So for the storage we need that particular plugin from Ionic 4. So I am just adding that particular storage plugin. So there will be inbuilt command to add the plugin like Ionic Cordova plugin add. So we have to just copy paste the thing. So they will add the plugins in this plugins folder. After successfully adding, we have to install the node modules of that Ionic storage plugin. We have to just run the command. After successfully install, we have to declare, or we can say import our Ionic storage module into our main module file, means our app module file. So I am just moving into the app module file, and we have to import that Ionic storage module here. After app routing module, I am just making Ionic storage and you can just get from there here as well. Ionic storage module for root. So that's it. So it will use here. Now we have declared the Ionic storage module in app module file. So in our all application it will be accessible, but we cannot use directly that particular module. So we have to inject that particular storage module object. So there will be the name of storage. So we have to import the storage here, and we have to make some variable of that storage. So this will be like name will be the same, and here getting storage. Now, so storage is a particular arrow function. So I'm just making that thing. So if storage is ready, then and then we have to just do some business logic, otherwise it cannot. So I'm just making it arrow function. Then if storage is ready, so we will identify first our token value. So I'm just making one const object. So I'm just getting that particular token from local storage get item. I will just make the token key. So this is our key name. If we will get the token, then we have to return true. Otherwise we have to navigate to the login page with the return false. So I am just making that thing. So this will be so moving on to means routing or navigate to the login page. We need that particular routing object. So I am just making that router with the Angular router object. So it will import the router here. This is our router. So this dot router dot navigate, and the name will be the same as given in our app routing module. So this is the name. So router.navigate login. So that's it. Now if we want to add some query parameter or something like that, then we can just make that particular available via this. So we have to change in some particular can activate method. Can activate method with the same as we want to write query parameter, then it will retain our whatever the state, means current state of our routing. The URL will be written whenever we didn't get the token. So now our can activate method is done. So we have to use that now in our app routing file. So I have to prevent the user to using the tabs module. So I am just making here can activate. I will declare can activate, and there will be the AuthGuard file. So we have to declare it here. So whenever we are just launching our application, it will goes for the AuthGuard service. And if in AuthGuard, if we got the token, if our storage is ready and we get the token, then we will successfully goes to the tab bar page. Otherwise it will automatically navigate to our login page with whatever the query parameter or our routing state URL. So that's it. Now we have to design our login page. So I am just taking the login page design from my inbuilt the demo. So I'm just taking that particular thing and I'm just putting it. It's a normal HTML with the CSS and all designing thing. So I'm just putting it here, and into the TS file I'm just taking this whole thing. So this will be all thing. So now we don't need this onInit method. OnInit means whenever we are launching, we are moving on this page, every time the onInit method will be called. But right now there is no need to make any particular that type of method. So I am just removing that onInit method. So this is the form group. In Angular, as all knows that there is a Angular forms. So I am just using the reactive form modules for the making the login page, login HTML page. So I am just importing that particular thing with the form builder and all that thing. This is our form builder. When we click on this yellow bulb, it will automatically get the particular thing. And so the reactive form. So this is our login module file. So we have to import the reactive form modules first to our import. So I am just importing reactive form modules from our Angular router. So this is Angular forms. So this is it, and into our HTML file there will be the form group object. The form with the form group name will be the my form. Whatever the name we have given in TS file, like this my form, we have to just given it here. And the validation of that, we have the email and the password field, and I want to give the validation of empty means the required field, and also there will be some inbuilt validation like the email or the maximum length of the particular character or the mean length required field. That all validation will be available into the reactive forms. So I am just putting that particular validators here and I'm importing that thing. So when we are just moving on to this page, the constructor will be called and there will be method of form in it. So the form builder will make one form with the two variables, email and password, and in email there will be validation of required field, and also there will be inbuilt function of email type of pattern, and also in password I am giving the required field validation and also the minimum length of 6 character. So this will be it. Now the toast service. A toast service is one of to display the toast onto the screen. So I am just putting the toast service, making one service. So there will be command of Ionic G service, as will be the service, and into our core module with the name of toast. So it will create one of the toast service for us. So toast service will be created into our core module. So this is spec file for unit testing, and this is the provide toast service. Now there will be no need of providing root. Providing root means it when we want to access our variables or methods, whatever the variables or method we have declared in particular our service, it will be accessible to our whole application or the system. But right now there is no need of to give this. Otherwise it will take some more time to launch our application. So I am just removing that particular thing and I am just importing the toast controller here. There will be the default toast controller here, okay. And there will be some method to import the toast. So I am just making one method to present toast. So this toast dot create, and it will be the toast option with the message or something like that. So I am just making it from, I have already made it, so I am just making it from here. So this is a message, duration, and the position. Message will be any type of message tag we are passing as a argument. Means when we are calling this present toast method, we have to pass the dynamic message and it will display for the 2 seconds at the bottom of the screen for Android or iOS or into the web. So that's it. Now the toast service we have used in our login page. So after successfully login, if we want to give some toast like welcome with the whatever the username they have entered, then we can just pass that message here. This toast service, the present toast, and our message. So that's it. Now the validation of that particular form will be like this. So if this my form is invalid, then they will find the whatever the controls. There will be the loop, for each loop of that particular keys. The keys like email and password. First we will get the email, and if this is invalid, then there will be touch mark will be there. So there will be method like touch. See, this is ng method, and as password, let me move to email. So there is a touch method. So touch, and there is a error like it is a required field, then they will get the message in the danger. Danger means the red color. It will give the email is empty message. And if our validation will be failed for the email type of pattern, then they will get the message, user will get the message of invalid ML. Now the color will be danger, we will get from the variable.css file. So there will be one theme folder in which there is some by default colors available like the primary or the secondary, danger, success, warning type of color, dark, light, everything we will get from the here. So this is the danger color with the RGB of the red color. If you want to change the color, then we can just easily get the theme color, and we can just move that particular thing here. So it will affect onto our whole application of designing. So now all thing is done. Now the toast service we have created, but we didn't implement into our module. So everywhere, whenever we are just using any particular toast service, we have to import that toast service into our provider. So I am just making one provider in our login module file, and I am importing that toast service here. So we can easily use that toast service now in our login page. So the can activate method is also done, and the routing we have all set with the can activate Authguard. So now I'm just running my application into the mobile. So there will be command string. It will run into the port 8100 by default. So simulator already running. I'm just opening the launching our application with our default splash screen, and so this is our login page, email, password, and our login button. So when we click the login, it will give the error or the validation like both is empty. So I'm just making anything, so there will be no recognizer pattern. So it gives the output like invalid email, and if we write into the password, then the password should be at least 6 character of length, because we have given the minimum length validation. So I am just making it, and the password will be anything 1 2 3 4 5 6. So all validation will gone. Now when I just click on this login, it will store our authorization token into our local storage. Means we have done that particular code in the login click button event. So it will set the local storage token like 1 2 3 4 5 6 or anything we got from the API response, and we have to tell our router to navigate to our tabs page. So after successfully login, we will get the toast like the welcome, and the tabs layout will be here. So after this will done, when we just saving or launching our application from another day or after 2 or 3 hours, so they will initialize the app, and they will ask for the can activate method. So Authguard will identify that if we have that particular token stored in our local storage or not. If they will find the token, then they will move to the tab bar page. If they will not find the token, then they will move to the login page. But now we want to log out from our application, so we didn't made anything to log out from our application. So for that I am just making or the editing the tabs of that particular tabs HTML file. So I'm just giving the tab 3 name with the logout, and I'm just giving the logout icon. So that's it. So it's a live reload, so I have to just save it, and automatically they will identify all the changes, the logout icon with the name of logout. So I'm just making one click event of that particular logout tab button. So this is the method of logout with the name of logout. So we have to declare that particular method here as well. I'm just making logout method, but I want to do logout from one file, so that will be my main file, that will be the Authguard file. So I have to just create one logout method here as well. Into the logout method I have to clear my local storage as well as the whatever the storage we have used, and also we have to move, or we have to say our router to navigate to the login page. So I will make the syntax like local storage. First I have to clear everything of local storage, then the storage related thing, then there will be window.location .hr here will be the blank. So they will be identify blank, but they will identify blank means they will move to the tabs bar, but they will call the method of can activate, and we have cleared the local storage, so they will not identify the token related thing, so it will navigate to the our login page. So we have to call this logout method from our tabs page. So first for that I have to make some private Authguard, and there will be the Authguard I have to make import that thing, and I have to call that in Authguard dot logout method. So that's it. So it will just make that particular thing works. So that's it. It will call the logout method, and we will just move on to the login page. So whenever we will just come on next time we will launch our application, they will not recognize the token or not get the token from the local storage. So at that time they will move to the login page. They will not redirect to our tabs page. Now let me do some more thing, like we have done the Authguard for all the tabs, but if we have 3 tabs, then one for the main, one second for the anything, and third one for the logout. So I want to give user don't access my particular second tabs, or other tabs will be accessible from user. So I have to just move my can activate method from the particular tabs routing file. So I am just taking this can activate Authguard method from here, and then I'm just putting that particular file into my tabs routing module, and I will just put into the tab 2. So I will just put it here, can activate Authguard, and I will import that thing here, and also I have to remove that unnecessary input from here. So that's it. Now it will run my application. First it will ask for, so by default the tabs will be open because we have removed the app can activate method from tabs module. We have put it onto the only tab 2. So when I'm just clicking tab 2, if we got the token, then and then it will be open, otherwise it will move to the login page. So when I'm just clicking on tab 2, it will move to login page because we didn't store the token. So when I'm just making the login with anything, and right now we got the token, so it will open the tab 2. So that's it. And if you want to do logout, then it will move to the our tabs bar because we have removed the can activate method. Now they will not identify tab 2, and it will be moved to the login page. So it will all updates for the particular Authguard authentication for tab bar based application with the Authguard. So